Itamar ben-gvir, Israel's far-right national security minister, visited the Temple Mount, Haram al-Sharif, during Hanukkah under heavy police protection yesterday, igniting significant backlash from the Palestinians. And this marked ben-gvir's fifth visit since joining Netanyahu's government in 2022 and coincided with heightened tensions because of the war in Gaza. The Temple Mount, the Haram al-Sharif, revered by Jews as the site of the first and the second temples and by Muslims as the home to the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock, the third holiest site in Islam, is the subject of lots of controversy. The 1967 status quo governs religious practices, maintaining exclusive Muslim worship or Muslim prayer rites, while allowing Jewish access during specific hours without prayer, confining the Jewish access to the Temple Mount precinct to the wall, the Wailing Wall, at the bottom of the Temple Mount complex. The Islamic Waqf, under Jordanian custodianship, manages the site. And ben-gvir's actions and statements conducted with, he entered with settlers and offered prayers for hostages and soldiers, which of course is against the agreement. And he's framed his actions as symbols of sovereignty and governance, while stoking tensions around the 1967 status quo agreement. And of course it's provocative. Hamas has condemned the visit as a serious escalation, urging resistance, and the National Democratic Alliance has called it a deliberate provocation. Mansour Abbas has accused ben-gvir of desecration and Netanyahu of complicity. Netanyahu's office reaffirmed the status quo, the 1967 agreement, yet critics noted increased Jewish prayers at the site under police leniency. Calls for global action from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and other bodies to oppose Israeli incursions are now becoming quite vocal. And I think there's a reason for international concern. Of course, you come back to the same issue that dogged the arrest of the woman in London who was praying outside an abortion clinic. Is prayer fundamentally wrong? I think the answer is no. But can it be provocative? The answer is yes. Religion in all forms can be, or religiosity in all forms, can become a provocative act. And provocations at this site have historically triggered unrest, including the Second Intifada in 2000. Ben-gvir's visit aligns with far-right efforts to assert Jewish sovereignty over the site, fueling fears of attempts to alter its Islamic identity. And historical precedent suggests that provocations at the Al-Aqsa complex increase the likelihood of broader regional unrest. It's almost as if ben-gvir is concerned that the war in Gaza and with Hezbollah is effectively over, and he wants to make sure that it continues. Ben-gvir's actions are emblematic of far-right policies under Netanyahu's coalition, reflecting a deliberate challenge to the delicate status quo. And escalation risks, or the risk of escalation, underscores the need for restraint and the need for the international community to condemn these actions by ben-gvir, to emphasize the importance of maintaining agreements from the past to prevent further violence in the future.